Hi garden gals and guys, it's Steph with Tiny's Garden, and today I am making a bouquet for a friend who's pregnant and she's having a little bit of a hard time. So I thought I would bring her a little bouquet to lift her spirits, and we may pick some vegetables for her husband too. But in today's method, I'm just going to use the skinny vase and arrange them as is in the vase. As in, I'm not putting chicken wire in, I'm not putting a floral frog, nothing like that. So different from the last video that I used chicken wire in at the bottom. And we'll see how it turns out. I'm thinking my main flower is going to be zinnias, but we'll see if we get anything else in there as well. Let's do it. In the front here, I believe this is Oklahoma salmon. I'm in the shade so you can see. Let me pull this one over. And I think this one over here is giant dahlia flowered Scarlet. I didn't do a great job labeling these, but either that or Benary's giant red, perhaps. On second thought, a lot of these over here are smaller. I think this is Oklahoma salmon because it's smaller. And then I think this is Benary's giant salmon rose. And then in my back beds, you can see there's a lot of insect damage, which is from Japanese beetles. But the front beds aren't like that, which is interesting. And here I think is giant dahlia flowered Scarlet. I'm not sure on these varieties because, again, my ID tag game was terrible. But if I do the wiggle test and wiggle it, it's pretty sturdy. That means it's ready to harvest. Whereas something like this one that's queen lime with blush, that's not ready yet, if I wiggle it from the stem, it really wiggles pretty crazily. So that's not ready to harvest. Case in point, there's the culprits right there. I could go through and should go through and put something on those zinnias to protect them more from those Japanese beetles, but I just haven't done that yet. So now I'm going to go through, cut deep into the plant of the stems that I'm cutting so it promotes new long stem growth, and then we'll come back and make an arrangement. Okay, so I've got some nice long stemmed zinnias, and some of the Oklahomas are smaller. You can see the difference there. And one of these, this one here in the center, is Benary's giant deep red. I found my ID tag. And then I also picked some Potomac Appleblossom, and they're just so sensational. The smell is heavenly, and that vibrant yellow with a little bit of pink, it's just sends me to the moon. So my water's already in here. I've already stripped the leaves off of my zinnias, so there's no bacteria gonna grow in here because the leaves are stripped. And I'll show you how I strip these off of the Snapdragons. Simply take the stem, start at the top, go to the bottom, and voila. Start at the top, go to the bottom, and I just drop it on the ground next to the raised beds and do it as I'm harvesting, and then I can save some time that way. And now we'll just get to arranging. Here we go. actually quite like this. I think the reds and the salmon evens out, and I think it ties in well with the Appleblossom. There's just a spot right in the middle I think I might want to try and fill right in here. Okay, done and done. You can see where I filled in that hole right above the Oklahoma white. Right here, that just adds to the bouquet, takes up that negative space. And I think we are done here. Oh, this is my favorite bouquet I've done this year. Really, really happy with that. Happy that my zinnias are finally coming on. Woohoo! Here we go. You can see there's a little bit of stress on it. Probably a little past its prime. I'll keep that one, and I'll pick this one in here that looks really pretty for them to have some nice fresh cucumber. And then some jalapenos too. Look at those babes. We had some of these last night for dinner. Delish. I also have this cinnamon basil that I'm gonna give them as well. I think that would be nice in a pasta dish or something like that. Okay, so we've got a nice little bounty here to give to them. I think they'll enjoy that, and I'm happy to do it and share the fruits of my labor. Really thrilled with this little bouquet here. Might have to pick one for myself this afternoon. And I'm really happy with how the veggies are looking too, and I wish you could smell this. Ooh. But that's a wrap for us here. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you're harvesting out of your flower beds, your cut flower beds, and also out of your vegetable gardens. I would love to hear. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel to follow along with all things garden. We'll see you in the next one. Happy planting, everyone. Bye.